Good evening, Southeast Texas. Hope you're doing well. We're going to spend a lot of time at detailed analysis of your forecast over the next 15 minutes through the next 7 days that what we're expecting. And the weather headlines with high pressure building over our area that should cause subsidence or sinking air. And that means hot, breezy, dry weather, humid, dry weather on Saturday. Now it's going to be windy, or at least breezy, coming up Saturday, Sunday, and Monday across Southeast Texas. The high should be transitory, meaning it's not going to stick around long. So Sunday, the high will begin breaking down and moving off to the east. So maybe a 10, possibly 20% coverage. So Saturday and Sunday look good for any outdoor activities in your extended holiday forecast. And believe it or not, I think Memorial Day, for the most part, looking pretty good at this time. It may not be until Monday night that we see those scattered showers and storms move in to our area from the north. You'll see that reflected in the forecast graphics here in just a minute. Then it looks like a wet pattern unfolding as we head towards, say, Monday night, Tuesday, and Wednesday of next week. Series of upper level disturbances, lots of moisture, no capping, a lot of factors coming together to give us scattered to numerous showers and storms coming up Monday night, I should say, Tuesday and Wednesday. But for the most part, Memorial Day looking good at this point as far as the next 7 days. If you're an allergy sufferer, the good news is that grass pollen and mold have come down now to moderate levels across Southeast Texas, joining weed pollen at moderate levels this afternoon. So currently, as we take a look at radar, we are seeing the sea breeze moving on inland, and the sea breeze roughly from here towards Woodville and back over towards Lafayette. They've seen quite a bit of rain over towards Lafayette as this continues to work on off towards the north. Now we're seeing the blow off, these high level clouds from those thunderstorms over towards Lake Livingston, moving off towards the west, and that is going to cloud things up into Hardin County and say Orange County, Jefferson, and also southern Jasper, southern Newton counties over the next couple of hours. And we may see some more clouds coming in from the west from distant thunderstorms way out in West Texas. Otherwise, current temperatures at 6:32 this evening are into mainly the mid to upper 80s across the area as we continue to see the south flow straight off the Gulf, and that's keeping the humidity levels nice and sauna-like across our area. A little closer inspection of those showers, which are obviously not severe, moving through Woodville, heading towards Cominil, maybe Chester getting a shower over the next hour, over the next 30 minutes over towards Tyler County, northern Tyler County. Otherwise, that's pretty much it across our neck of the woods. Across the state, and again, these thunderstorms out in far west Texas, all that high cloudiness is being blown off towards the east because of the upper level winds. So we ought to see more in the way of cloud cover coming up later on tonight, and that's going to have an influence on our temperatures overnight. They may not drop much more than the mid to upper 70s across our area as high pressure begins to build on in for tomorrow. So as we take a look at high-res modeling, Futurecast, this is obviously overdone over towards the lakes area, and then doing a pretty good job over towards Jennings and Lafayette. But again, I think this evening, just some isolated activity up in the lakes area. And then we ought to see the high clouds coming in too. So looks like partly to mostly cloudy skies tonight, and with the winds at 5 to 10 miles an hour, lots of moisture. I just don't think we're going to drop more than the mid to upper 70s across Southeast Texas, maybe closer to 79 in Port Arthur tomorrow morning. Then as we head towards tomorrow afternoon, remember that high that is going to be over Texas? It's going to cause subsidence or sinking air. So usually that causes partly cloudy skies across our area, and with the high temperatures in the upper 80s to lower 90s, the heat index is certainly going to be a factor tomorrow. So make sure if you're out on the lake or on the boat, make sure that you are certainly hydrated, and make sure that you use that sunscreen, because a lot of people just getting out for the first time this year out on the water, and again, it can sneak up with that sun, so don't get burned. Otherwise, I think we'll see high temperatures into the upper 80s to lower 90s across our area with dry weather. So again, this is the ridge of high pressure we've been talking about. Boy, it really shows up well in the wind field right there west of Houston. That's where the high is, and that means hot, dry, humid, breezy weather over our area coming up on your Saturday. Now again, the high's not going to stick around. It's just for one day, and we really want to have this towards September, if you know what I mean. But again, you can clearly see the contours of that high across Texas. So that's some good news if you want dry weather for your weekend. I think most of us will see that. If you're headed out on the Gulf tomorrow, make sure everybody on board has that life preserver. Looking at slightly choppy seas tomorrow around 2 feet. Water temperature very warm, 85 degrees. We're looking at south winds at 10 to 15 knots. Otherwise, a high tide tomorrow afternoon at Sabine Pass at 12:37 p.m. If you're headed up towards the lakes area, looking at highs in the lower 90s with partly cloudy skies. And it looks like a breezy south wind with hot, humid, breezy weather conditions. In Beaumont, we're going to go with 90 degrees for a high tomorrow under partly cloudy skies. And hour by hour, we don't expect any rain tomorrow. Modeling shows those partly cloudy skies and highs in the upper 80s to around 90 degrees. For the lakes area, we'll go 93 with partly cloudy skies. And it looks like a breezy south wind, keeping humidity levels up across our area. Again, not going with any rain, 93, pretty good call with partly cloudy skies. Pretty typical for this time of year. I believe our normal high is 88, our normal low is 68, at least here in Beaumont. So tonight, partly to mostly cloudy skies, low temperatures not that low. Normally we're again around 68, so we're going to be a good 7, 8 degrees above tonight. In the mid to upper 70s, Port Arthur. And back over to Sabine Pass, 78, maybe 79, as those winds will stay elevated overnight. For your Saturday, looking at partly cloudy skies, hot, humid, and breezy, with high temperatures close to 90 in the Triangle and into the lower 90s up in the lakes area. So as far as the wind gusts tomorrow, don't think it's going to be terrible. We've seen certainly windier days. 15 to 20 are going to be very common across the area, straight off the Gulf. So it's going to keep that moisture high across our area. Otherwise, with the combination of temperatures around 90, maybe the low 90s, and dew points in the mid to upper 60s and lower 70s tomorrow, and lots of sun, we expect heat indices to be into the mid to upper 90s, maybe close to 100 in spots up in the lakes area. So again, be cautious. It could get a little hot out there tomorrow afternoon. So now, what am I looking at? Okay, these numbers. Focus on the color. The higher the numbers, the more moisture in the atmosphere is what we're going to be seeing. So it's pretty standard through the next couple of days for this time of year. Now, as we head towards Monday night, when you're getting closer to 2 inches, that's some pretty good amounts of moisture in the atmosphere. And that means Monday night, we're going to have plentiful moisture should anything try to work in from the north to create showers and storms. And again, you see rounds of this moisture coming on in the atmosphere, as you can see. So around 2 inches, that's a pretty good amount of moisture in the atmosphere, and that's through Tuesday, and again on Wednesday, close to 2 inches. And that means that there is the potential for some locally heavy rainfall, especially Tuesday and on into Wednesday. Okay, so here's your extended forecast, and for Saturday, I think it's pretty apparent that we will see mainly dry weather conditions, courtesy of that high. It's going to be breezy, and that's going to be the case coming up on Sunday and Monday, Memorial Day too. We'll go with 10 to 20% coverage on Sunday. Partly cloudy skies, highs around 90, at least here in Beaumont. Monday, I've kept a 30% coverage of showers and storms. Those are going to be mainly late day, depending upon the timing, but that's the way it looks right now, late day. And it looks like most of the day on Memorial Day will be dry. And, well, that's not what I wanted, but you'll get an early view of that, and I'll address this in just a second. Otherwise, let me go back to the forecast. And again, Memorial Day, we'll go with partly sunny skies, 30 to 50% coverage. And this is probably after 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So not the worst Memorial Days we've ever had. Upper 80s, close to 90 degrees. It's going to be breezy south and southeasterly winds off the Gulf. So earlier this week, we were talking about the European for Monday, and it was showing a washout. It's reversed course several days ago, and now doesn't show anything. Right in line with what the GFS has been showing for days. Look at the rains. I really like the GFS solution. That's probably going to be moving into our area Monday night. That's when I think we'll see the shower and thunderstorm activity. We may not see much at all on Memorial Day. And then Monday night, Tuesday night, and Wednesday night could see some rounds. I don't think it's going to be raining all day Tuesday, and it's not going to be raining all day Wednesday. We could see a couple, 2, 3, 4 rounds of locally heavy rainfall. Let me show you. As I was showing the heavy rains, remember the GFS was showing quite a bit of rain up into East Texas. Well, that's kind of what the European is showing now. How about that? So it comes on in. This is Monday night after sunset. So that would mean that Memorial Day, we don't see much. That's certainly a possibility. But some locally heavy rainfall, if this is true. Now, the Euro, it's a great model. But the problem with it is that it is way too, it drops too much rain. It's too wet. And this is a deterministic model, so it's not an ensemble model. And remember, ensemble models is like taking this model and running it 50 times and taking an average. That's why ensemble, we don't know if this is a good run or a bad run. You may have a good run or a bad run on a model as far as with storms. So this is a single run. That's all I have in this particular system that I can show you. But I look at other models that are not publicly available per se. And it does look like Monday night. I agree with that there's a pretty good chance of shower and thunderstorm activity Monday night. And we may get a break. And Tuesday, looking wet across southeast Texas. We see a couple of rounds of shower and thunderstorm activity. And again, those could drop 1, 2, maybe 3 inches of rain across the area. Here's Wednesday in the morning looking wet too. So maybe towards late next week, we'll start to see a drier scenario unfold towards Thursday and Friday of next week. So then we'll go with a scattering of shower and thunderstorm activity coming up Thursday and Friday. But the benefit of seeing abundant cloud cover and rain is those high temperatures not going to be as high. Warming it up, lower chances from what I've seen Thursday and Friday of next week is what we're going to go with highs returning to the upper 80s. Now let me show you. This is the European. This is through, through Wednesday. And it's doing its usual thing, dropping exceedingly heavy rainfall. It's possible. I don't think that's going to be that much. I think 1 to 2, maybe upwards of 4 inches possible in isolated areas, but I don't think it's going to be widespread. This is the GFS, and it doesn't show much at all, does it? Yeah, 1 inch. And I think that's too low. So we'll kind of combine them and go with 1 to 2, maybe some isolated higher amounts of up to 4 or 5 possible through at least Wednesday of next week across southeast Texas is what we're expecting. So that's your weather in-depth forecast. And let me go once again and just reemphasize that it's going to be a hot day tomorrow. Use the sunscreen and keep hydrated. Sunday looking pretty standard, pretty similar to what Saturday is expected. Just remember that there could be some isolated showers and storms, but it looks like Memorial Day, pretty good. It's towards that night, Monday night, that we'll likely see those scattered to possibly numerous showers and storms, and that will be the case coming up on Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. And let me go through the forecast real quickly since I'm running out of time. We will show you that we're expecting dry weather coming up on Saturday. Tonight, though, partly to mostly cloudy skies are expected. And again, with the wind staying elevated, dew points are high, some clouds working into the area. We'll go with highs into the mid to upper 70s and maybe closer to 80 down over towards Port Arthur. Then tomorrow, partly cloudy, hot, humid, and breezy. And high temperatures will be in the low